Cody! Alright, y'all. Saturday, April 6th. We out cutting. Cody was out yesterday by himself. Cut 12 yards. What do you do, 2 quotes?
Yeah. 2 quotes.
One pretty big one. We just sent a quote to the lady this morning, letting it warm up a little bit. Cold out here this morning. But yeah, so maybe we'll get this other quote. It's a big bunch of pine straw and pine bark mulch and stuff. So maybe we'll get it. I don't know. Let's see. Something we've done one big bush, like mulch install type thing quote. We did Sandy's big mulch and install stuff. Really didn't trim no bushes, mostly just mulch install and some pine straw. And then we did another quote for that lady yesterday. So far we've done 3 like bush / mulch pine straw stuff, and we've only got 1 out of the 3. Well, I don't know what happened on the first one. I mean, they done gave us like the go-ahead and everything, and then changed their mind. So, well, I know what happened. They had some other stuff going on, that some unexpected expenses. So I know that's probably what had a lot to do with it. But maybe they'll call us back and have us do it again, or you know, line us back up. I ain't sure. But anyways, I think we got, how many we got today, Cody? We just got done doing 1. We got
9 and 2 quotes.
We got 9 and 2 quotes to do. We just got done doing 1. It's looking pretty busy. Looking pretty good. Phone keeps ringing. Yeah, we should have a pretty busy day. I know Cody worked all day yesterday. Did some work on the lawnmowers and stuff, I think Thursday, changing blades and all that good stuff. Grass is starting to really grow now, so you know it ain't gonna slow down from here on out. But we're gonna get on down the road and go to this other one this lady just called. It just so happened we had another quote up here in Cedar Town, and this other lady just called. She's also in Cedar Town. She did say she's gonna get a mower. She don't plan on doing it all year. I have heard that before, and we end up cutting it all year and cutting it again this year. So you never know. But we at least gonna get 1 or 2 cuts out of it, probably, is what it sounds like, if we get the job. So we're fixing to pull up the address and get over here. Kick back with y'all here in a little while. All right, y'all, so we just got this 1 quote and we went ahead and cut it. Got it all done. Took us together, it took us 30 minutes. It was pretty tall in places. In places it wasn't. In some places it was 2 foot tall. But it still wasn't bad. Got that one done for 110. And we are off to the next quote, which is also in Cedar Town. So things are working out pretty good. All right, y'all. We hit the next yard here. This is yards I like. I mean, big, a lot of grass behind them buildings. These are just yards that I like. You just got plenty of room. I mean, turn your truck around the yard, get right here, get out of the way. It just makes for a nice, just a nice job. I mean, this guy's been a good customer for us last year. All right, y'all, I'm gonna have to look and see right here on these property line, because I ain't never cut. I know I ain't never cut as far as that dude quit cutting his yard. He always cuts about to this corner right here where I'm sitting. So, let me see. Yeah, man, I mean, I'm, according to this map, and I know y'all, this ain't, you know, this ain't, perfect, right? But this is within a foot or two, you know, I don't know, maybe 5-10 feet, but it's pretty close. See, right here, I'm already sitting in this guy's yard. This guy's got a good 4, maybe 5 passes that he quit cutting. I don't know if something happened to his mower or what, but this guy here, I have never seen this guy's grass be tall. I mean, he's cutting it at least every week. At least every week, and he cuts it low. We always cut this over here on about 3 or 3 1/4 when the summertime hits, because ain't nobody ever back here. It looks better, we can cut it faster. That's one thing I forgot to say earlier, talking about why I like these yards better. Because if there ain't nobody out here, ain't no kids out here playing and everything, raise the deck on up. Cut it on 3 1/4, cut it on 3 1/2, and lay some stripes down and get out of here. And don't worry about it. Because, I mean, why not? There ain't no need now. You know what I mean? If that was my yard and I wanted to cut it low and I'm out in the yard and everything, that's all right. But you can't do that and try to run a lawn care business, you know? Not with normal pricing. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to want to cut it that low if I come over here every week. I mean, this mower, without adjusting these wheels, it ain't cutting that low. Put this thing on 2 inches, and I mean, scalping wheels are all on the ground at that point, so I mean, it ain't getting any lower than that. But anyways, I think this guy, maybe something happened to his mower, man, but I don't know. But I ain't cutting over there because that's too far. So I'm gonna try to set y'all up somewhere and get some better footage. I ain't got the clamp today, and the other camera, I'm gonna use the other camera for time lapse, but because the sound ain't that great on it. But I'm gonna try to set y'all up somewhere and try to get some kind of better footage, at least some mowing footage. So let me see what I can do. How we like it. Out here in the wide open, still laying stripes, yard full of weeds. It don't matter. Y'all can stripe. You can stripe it. The first year we didn't really get into good with the stripes. These bigger. I mean, this 60 stripe's better than them 52s. Them 52s stripe. But see, we wasn't even thinking about that the first year. I mean, we didn't pick up on it. But now that I know what I know now, you can about stripe anything.
I mean, that right there is a little too thin to stripe. This time of year,
so I'm sure y'all already know, but you know, this time of year it's hard to get some stuff to stripe good. It's got to be thick grass. You got to cut it high. I mean, that's the two key. Got to be good, thick, and you got to cut it a little bit higher. You know, you can see lines at cutting it down at 2, but you're not gonna see stripes. So we're gonna finish this one up and get out of here.
it's not good by yourself.
It's not as fun by yourself?
No, especially over there.
No, it ain't as fun by yourself. I agree with that, because that day I started on that Thursday or whatever. Well, that one day when we did the mulching with Ty and all that over there in the bush hogging, that wasn't terrible because I had Ty. I mean, it wasn't like I could, you know what I mean? It wasn't the same, but it wasn't as bad. But that day I was by myself, went and unloaded the dump trailer and came back, changed the blades, went to Eplin's, Villa Rica and all that.
No good.
Jerry's. Yeah. Which I wasn't just cutting that day either. I had some running around we had to do.
I don't mind doing running around. Like, that's pretty fun. But cutting it, well, especially that first one I went and done. It was.
Well, so I mean, now that you've cut a full day by yourself, which I don't think is something we've ever, well, no, I used to the first year.
Yeah, but
I was cutting
like
on them Fridays.
Yeah, but it was like 6 yards.
I don't remember how many it was.
Yeah, well, you could go on do freedom.
No, I did Deborah several times by myself. I did Kershaw several
Brenda?
times. Yeah, Brenda. I did that yard several times by myself.
Yeah, but I don't think we was cutting that many. Yeah, we couldn't.
Yeah, but hers alone, that was 3 acres by itself.
Yeah.
And then Kershaw's was 5.
Yeah, but then Buddy started cutting it.
Yeah. That was the first year, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you know. No, I don't know, I mean, see, yeah, we definitely didn't have as many that first Friday when I was cutting. But
I don't think you could
our
cut.
first year on Fridays.
Max, you could have cut like 8.
What, did you do Alexis and John yesterday?
No.
So how many did we end up doing today?
Today?
Yeah. We had
Professional day.
Tallapoosa quote, Cedar Town quote, 2 Cedar Town quotes, wasn't it?
Yeah. We did 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Only got that one quote.
Counting this one was only 7?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to do 9, you said. Did we skip somebody?
Well, we didn't get that quote.
Which one?
I was counting that cruise. We had 8 this morning. Mike didn't get cut.
Oh yeah, we skipped.
And then we did that cut and quote. So we did 8.
Yeah. Alright, so we did 7 yards, right?
8.
We did 8 yards, 3 quotes. Out of the 3 quotes, we got 2. One of them we're going to lose probably because she's saying she's going to get a mower. Never know. One of them we really wouldn't want nothing to do with. It was just, I mean, it's one of them yards that having a 60-inch mower don't benefit you none on. And we've kind of built our brand a little bit. I mean, I know we got a walk behind, we got some smaller yards, but there ain't no walk behind routes out this way, is there? Like, there ain't no small yards other than Lipham Street that don't require 2 big mowers, right? So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? We would have tried to put that on a walk behind day, and it just wasn't going to work, really. It wasn't going to work. It was a terrible yard. We gave the guy a price, and we could have made it work and been all right with the money, but he wasn't wanting to pay it. I mean, the grass was really tall. In places, it was really tall and really thick. It's a brand new house. The grass ain't been cut all year. They put sod down about 40 foot off the front and then just quit. And it looks like where they quit putting sod, they quit grading and just throwed some seed out. Rough, just nasty yard. I mean, it was hilly, like bad hilly on sides. You had to weed eat. I mean, it was not what we were looking for. We throwed him a number out, and he didn't really bite. We were honest with him, you know, kind of basically told him, look, we already got a route, and all that kind of stuff, and we'd like to put you in here, but you know, this is our number. We didn't really back down from it. So we knew we were high, but we also knew we didn't want to get it unless it was really gonna be worth it. So we got 1 yard left to cut. We got 2 yards left to cut. I gotta cut mine. So it's unfortunate here in the truck, but you know, I feel like we might as well just put that in the system.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't gonna take us but a second if we're both out there. We're gonna get some good footage on this next one. We're gonna put Cody on. You wanna talk about a hillside? Over here behind this swimming pool, y'all, is a hill. I mean, straight downhill. And well, we put a mower on it because we don't want to weed eat it. I mean, right now it wouldn't be terrible weed eating, but it's steep, y'all. I remember the first day we bought the walk behind. We took it straight over there. I mean, I fell down the hill trying to walk behind the walk behind. I told Cody I was gonna have to get some baseball cleats out because it's steep. Not a bad day. Not a bad weekend. Cody cut 12. We got 8. 20 yards this weekend. I have no idea how much money that is because some of them first time cuts, we charged them more. Yeah, maybe we'll get y'all a count. We need to get us a count anyway, find out exactly how many people we have now. It's gonna change, you know, but don't sweat it if y'all lose one, because you'll pick another one back up. And I think that's one thing we slacked on this year was marketing, which is really bad. I mean, we've been doing all right because we still get phone calls every week, but we got to do a little bit better job of marketing in those close areas that are you know, areas we want to grow. Like we got these little cities, you know, around, and we could get a little more dense. You know, I think we kind of said in the beginning that we wanted to pick 4 and kind of go, you know, have a day here, have a day here, a day here, a day here, you know, not leave that area for that one day. That would be ideal. And then after that, you know, try to branch out into some more so we could help with our route densities. I don't know how, I wouldn't know what to think about these folks that get to pull up in these neighborhoods and just cut all day in one neighborhood or even 2 neighborhoods that are side by side. I mean, that's crazy to me. But I know they're making a lot of money doing that because we spend, I mean, I didn't set a trip meter today, but I know it seems like last year on our busy weekend we were doing 200 miles. Was that right?
So I wasn't able to get any video of this. It just didn't work out. I was hoping the time would work and Cody would come around here. But this hill I cut with a mower. It's steep, y'all. I don't know if this really is going to show really how steep it is. But it's steep. And this right here is the worst of it. This crown where it rolls over is just steep. I think everybody that has ever cut this back here has ended up down here in this fence. I've done it over here. Cody's done it over here. The guys that used to cut it ended up right here, went through this fence. He ended up having to leave a mower there. When I come home from work that day, I pulled him out. Yeah, this hill's bad. This is one of them things, like, you know, in a situation like this, I mean, this is, you know, my wife's grandmother's yard, so we got time. I mean, I live right, you know, 2 driveways down, so, you know, if we can't get to this, and we keep our mowers and stuff, you know, right here, so. But if we were quoting this for somebody else, you got to think about how wet this might be. You know, whether you just because you put a mower on it one time don't mean you'll always be able to put a mower on it. You know, and those are things you got to think about. Every time I get done over here, I say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not putting a mower back on that hill. And I come over here every time, I end up putting the mower back on the hill. I will say, you know, we got some hills like this. One of our other yards has some steep stuff like this. It's more of like a ramp. This is just kind of like a gradual grade. Well, it's steep, but the other one, you got some stuff to roll back down to. You know what I mean? Like right here, you got a fence in the woods. The other place where we got a situation like this, it's just as steep, if not steeper. But you can get it running start, and you can run that mower all the way up to the top, and then yank it in reverse and come back down. And I have come down them hills over there with the front tires off the ground about halfway down before it sat back down. But you get yourself in a bind because your mind wants to think, once you get to the front of that mower deck up, you want to push forward, and you know, you're trying to figure out what to do. And I mean, I about watched Cody lose it over here on this spot right here, because this is where her pool drained out. And that pipe got busted. And this was staying wet, and he come over here and slipped in the tire a little bit, or the tire slipped in the mud a little bit and that wet stuff, and he ended up down yonder. And I ended up over there one time, similar situation, tires got wet. So we have to time this one right, or we just have to weed eat it. I mean, that hill, you know, like I said, when we first got that Skag, we come over here, and it, you know, did fine. But just trying to walk behind the thing, you lose your balance. I mean, it's steep. But anyways, maybe we'll get some more footage of that another time, of actually cutting on it. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all try it? Would y'all try to cut it? I mean, it was one of them things. For me, it was kind of like everybody I'd ever known that had cut this over here, cutting it with a mower, and you know, getting stuck and talking about it, and it was just one of them things. I'm like, I gotta try it. So far so good, but we have had some close calls on that hill. I really can't believe Cody didn't flip that day. I mean, he was bouncing that mower because he couldn't figure out, you know, in the heat of the moment, he'd push forward and the front end would come up. He'd put it back in reverse, front of the mower go down, he'd reach down, try to grab the parking brake, you know, the whole time sliding all the way down it, because he come from a pretty good ways up.